T&E presents Beauty Babes Unite, where fashion and beauty trends and the people behind them are explored and given a voice. Beauty Babes Unite. Please visit tnemagazine.com to subscribe and enter promo code BBU to get 30% off your subscription.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching Beauty Babes Unite. This is Chanel here.
And I'm Crystal.
And I love hair and fashion.
And I love makeup.
And together we are
Beauty Babes Unite.
Today we learned about Corey Weiss and his journey to Ipsy.
We talked about his career and we talked about how he became a founding partner of Ipsy. We also talked about how you can subscribe to a glam bag and become part of Ipsy Open Studios.
So check it out and you'll learn a lot more. Now also subscribe to Beauty Babes Unite by going to tnemagazine.com using promo code BBU for your 30% off.
And welcome to Beauty Babes Unite. I'm Crystal and this is Chanel and we're here interviewing Corey Weiss today.
Hey guys.
Corey. So hi, thank you for coming on to our show.
Yes.
And let's see, we have several questions for you today because you actually are one of the founding partners of Ipsy.
Right, yeah. Part of the founding team.
Yeah, definitely tell us how you came to be.
Yeah, so I will have to admit that if someone asked me years ago in my career if I would have expected myself to be in the beauty business, I probably wouldn't have believed them. But I was really fortunate that early on in my career, I got involved with YouTube and YouTube celebrities and met Michelle Phan and had helped Michelle with some of her early deals with brands and agencies. And when Michelle was starting Ipsy, she called me up. At the time, the company was called MyGlam, and said, I'm thinking of starting this company, I'd love to get you involved. So met with Michelle and met with a gentleman named Marcelo Camberos, who's also co-founder and CEO of the company. And 6 years later, here I am.
And here we are.
So what I was always interested in was how you guys decided to integrate all of the influencers that you use. What's your first tactic in finding them?
Yeah, well, first of all, Ipsy is the beauty company of the creator movement. So creators, which is a word we use interchangeably with influencers, are at the center of everything we do. So we use creators as a means to get the word out about Ipsy and to have people learn and discover about the great things that we're doing. So we call it's a word called disintermediation, and we kind of disrupt what is being done in beauty. So women historically would go to a department store or a brick and mortar store to learn about new products. We find that they learn from like-minded individuals and from creators.
Yeah.
So we're out there looking for creators that are differentiated from the others in terms, not just being great at doing smoky eye or contouring or all the various techniques, but also have a really distinct personality and are entertaining at the same time.
Yeah. So for you, were you more so looking for the personality and entertaining, or do you think that you were also checking for maybe how many followers they have, any of those things?
Yeah, I think in terms of when you talk about followers or the quantitative part, it is important, right? They need to have a following and show that people are interested in what they're doing. So often numbers, followers, likes, comments are indicative that the audience cares. But we also are looking at ones that have a personality and have a voice that differentiates them.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
So we're filming at the Ipsy Open Studios.
Yeah.
So Ipsy has a program where creators can become a part of that studio. Can you walk us through what you're looking for in that?
Yeah, so Open Studios is a creator community, and it was established to help cultivate the careers of the next generation of beauty creators. We feel that you look at a lot of creators that are big, like Michelle Phan or Manny or Patrick or some of the larger creators, and they all had to start somewhere. And we wanted to make sure that we were giving back to creators as they kind of started their journey and provided them with resources that all the others have. So obviously like this great studio that we have, that we're fortunate to be shooting today, and with kind of best-in-class production team like Jeff Melgar, who's on the other side of our camera. And we really provided them with this stage for them, creators, to come in and get the experience and the opportunity to create world-class content.
Yeah. Go ahead and go back to your career. You said you didn't see yourself in the beauty industry. What were you doing before all of this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my career has always been kind of at the intersection of entertainment and digital media. So I came up through the studio system. I've worked for Disney, Paramount, Fox, Sony. And when the YouTube craze was kind of happening right around 2007, I was at an ad agency and I ran integrated marketing for the agency, and realized that these YouTube celebrities were becoming bigger than traditional celebrities, TV and film, and definitely had a larger impact. And that's when I met Michelle Phan. I met Michelle. I was working also at Yahoo, where I ran marketing for entertainment, sports, and video, and realized the power of these influencers. So my career has always been in digital media, and fortunately I kind of jumped on the influencer train right as it was leaving the station, as they say.
So it's all good timing then.
Yeah, timing definitely helps.
That's definitely fascinating, because I feel like there's a point in time where there's this transition with technology too. I mean, I'm not dating you right now, but
you can.
But do you feel like a lot of people called you crazy in the beginning when you decided to hop on the YouTube bandwagon and try it out and see where it went?
Yeah, I mean, I think people, like any emerging platform, when it's something new and different and changing the way that people consume media, they kind of might roll their eyes or raise their eyebrows, like, what is this YouTube?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think people thought so, but now we have the last laugh, where these platforms are generating larger audiences and more views than traditional media like television and film.
Yeah, that's very true.
So.
Yeah, so I actually met you, Corey, through an event called Beauty and Bikes. So my question is, what came first, beauty or bikes?
So that's a good question. Beauty and Bikes, actually, they both kind of happened around the same time. Beauty and Bikes was an opportunity for me to kind of put together two of my passions. So I actually moonlight as an indoor cycling instructor. And for years, the influencers that I work with have always wanted to take my class. But I was teaching at 6:30 in the morning, and as you know, influencers are nocturnal. So getting them out of bed at 6:30 wasn't going to happen. So Beauty and Bikes came about a couple years back. I worked very closely with brands and was working with Too Faced Cosmetics, and they were coming out with the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
mascara.
I love that mascara too.
So, well, good. Well, we're going to get you out to Beauty and Bikes. So what we did was I went to my friends at Too Faced and I said, I want to teach a spin class for influencers. You're coming out with this new waterproof mascara. Why don't we invite a bunch of influencers out? They'll put on the mascara before the class, and then after we work out really hard and you sweat, we'll see if the mascara has stayed on. So we filled a room with influencers, and it was really well received, and people wanted more. So Beauty and Bikes has now evolved to a monthly event where 50 beauty, lifestyle, and fashion influencers are invited out to take the ride of their life. And each month it's sponsored by a different brand. So Crystal, as you know, we've worked with brands like Perlice, MF People, Audacité, the Detox Market, a lot of top brands, and they've become really fun.
Yeah, they are really fun. So we'll definitely have to see the next one
For
and
sure.
see. Just have a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chanel, let's go ahead and you can take this next question.
So my question is, because you did say that you worked in digital media also, I'm interested in knowing how you decided to at least choose your background, like your career before you started into Ipsy and the cosmetics industry.
So how I got involved in digital media per se?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, worked in entertainment, and I've always been a little bit of a techie and liked, even as a young age, playing video games, and always was looking at what was the latest technology. I guess I'll date myself now. So, I mean, I got involved early. I was working at Disney when AOL, America Online, for those of you that don't know what it is, it was dial-up, and meaning with a modem. And I launched some of the very first websites for Disney on America Online. And then it progressed to the web and just kind of really fortified my interest in digital media and websites and things of that.
That's so
like
funny.
that.
I had a flashback to like Radio Disney online and like going to disneychannel.com to find like your favorite TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, you probably saw some of the stuff I worked on.
Yeah, you were part of my childhood.
You can thank me
We
now.
bonded. We just bonded.
Yeah.
So some random questions. Were you
Of
born
course.
and raised here in LA?
Yeah, so I'm one of the kind of rare natives. I was born and raised in LA. I've had the good fortune of living in other places, but I am a native.
Okay. Did you go to college?
I did. I went to, I ventured really far from LA. I went to Santa Barbara. I went to UC Santa Barbara, where I actually majored in art history. And I represented artists in the Santa Barbara area. So it was kind of my first time artist in, working with artists and influencers. But in this case, it was primarily painters.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have never known.
Yeah.
So you've always been in the art realm.
Right. So I guess technically I never thought about it, but I started out, people were painting canvases, and eventually migrated to people painting their
Painting
face.
faces.
So
Yeah. And then when did you find that passion for cycling? Like, when did that happen?
yeah, cycling was an interesting thing. So when my children were born, they were young, and I didn't want to spend tons of time in a gym or on a golf course. And I just happened to walk by a spin class once, and I was like, wow, in an hour you can get a really great workout in. A little bit of a sad side of it was, at the same time too, I had a friend that was dying of cancer, and I used the bike to channel energy to my friend who was dying. So
Wow.
when I was on the bike, I would close my eyes and I would do some visualization and channeling of energy, and I was like, this really is a powerful, kind of powerful vehicle. And you probably might recall from some of my classes, I always talk about it being a mind-body exercise.
Yes, definitely.
So-
You do mention that, but when you said channel energy, that I feel like that's more of a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
I really like that you're so accepting of that concept, and it's true. Mind, body, spirit, everything.
Yeah, it's all connected.
It is connected.
One way or another.
That's really cool. I wouldn't
So.
have known that either. You know what I mean?
If you keep asking me questions,
I
you
know. I'm
might
just gonna find out more.
continue to be surprised.
I mean,
Yeah.
but this is my thing. Like, I just like having random questions. So
Yeah.
now I'm looking at you like, have you ever had your chakras aligned?
I know.
Because we just did that like 2 weeks ago.
No, but I would like that. I would like to do a sound bath. I haven't done a
What is
sound
that?
bath.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
There's a very famous sound bath in Joshua Tree. But
Okay.
basically, when you think about sound waves, and it's a perfectly constructed room
Okay.
where you sit or lie down, and actually can be penetrated by the sound, and thus being a sound bath. And it, like chakras, it helps kind of center your energy.
Wow.
It's supposed to be pretty amazing.
That's on my
We might
to-do
have to
list
do
now.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
put
Right.
it on the list.
Group trip
Definitely
to
want to do
Joshua
that
Tree.
regarding Ipsy. So with Ipsy, you guys have a major event happen like all the time called Gen Beauty.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Correct.
tell us about that.
Yeah.
So-
What's it like?
Yeah, so one thing I will say about Ipsy, which makes us really, what I believe is an extraordinary company, is we're always looking to innovate, and we're always looking to give back to the community and develop ways for people to express their unique beauty, which is the mission of the company, is to inspire individuals around the world to express their unique beauty. So being that primarily what happens with Ipsy is online, we wanted to create an event that allowed our community to gather offline and have an opportunity to take selfies and to give each other hugs. And
Yeah.
Generation Beauty is an event that currently happens 3 times a year in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York. And it's a celebration of beauty in real life. So it is attended by over 4,000 people, influencers, and brands. And the top brands come out from MAC, Too Faced, Benefit, NYX Cosmetics. They come out, and it's an opportunity for beauty lovers to meet the brands, to learn about new products, to meet other beauty lovers, to meet their favorite influencers.
Yeah.
And it's a really fun event. So if you haven't gone, I highly recommend you check it out.
So regarding all the brands that you guys bring on into the Ipsy Glam Bags and at Gen Beauty, how do you guys get them, on board?
Yeah.
So we have a pretty robust team, and their main focus is to go out and find these highly sought out after brands, like the large ones that everybody knows, Too Faced, Benefit, Tarte, the ones that are household names. And then you actually mentioned earlier we were talking, and ColourPop came up,
Yeah.
and we're also actually becoming an amazing platform for emerging brands, just like emerging creators and influencers, but also for emerging brands to get exposure and to get in the hands of beauty lovers. So ColourPop, when they were first starting out, sampled with Ipsy, and we held events with ColourPop. We do an event called Thirsty Thursdays, where we invite out a brand and we invite out beauty influencers, and we kind of have a cocktail party. And when
That's awesome.
ColourPop was starting out, they sponsored one of our Thirsty Thursdays.
Nice.
Yes, I
Thirsty
absolutely
Thursday.
love their lipsticks. So, yeah, definitely purchasing from them in bulk at all times. But yeah, so what I thought was really good about when I ordered from Ipsy and I started my subscription, and I received products that were tailored to my skin tone, which is very hard to find. So that's something that I really appreciated, and I just wanted to know, how your team goes about looking for those specific products for different ethnicities, skin tones to put in their Ipsy bag to send.
Right. Well, that's a great question, because we believe in diversity, and we believe that beauty is not one size fits all. And one thing that we pride ourselves on, and it's actually what differentiates us from other beauty subscription services, is the personalization. So that if all three of us were involved in Ipsy, we're going to get a very distinct glam bag that not only meets skin tone, hair types, but also how comfortable you are with beauty. Are you adventuresome? Are you conservative? Are you bold?
Right.
So each month we have over 500 variations of the glam bag. So everyone gets something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And we, that's something that, is very important. We have very sophisticated algorithms that when you take a beauty quiz, as you recall, you took a quiz, and then how you engage and get involved with Ipsy through reviews and various things, we get to know you better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm really realizing that you definitely get out of it what you're putting into it. So if you're too lazy to take the quiz, because I have a friend who was a little too lazy to take the quiz, and when she got all of her things, she was so upset that nothing went, and it's just like, well, you didn't really go through the quiz the way you thought you should have.
Right.
It's just get through it.
Yeah.
Okay, send me my stuff. No.
Well, I will say,
So.
well, you heard it here. You can tell your friend. And maybe it's a little known fact, but you can retake your beauty quiz. So as you progress with beauty and become more comfortable, if your taste change or your level of comfort changes, you can retake the quiz, and we will adjust the products we send you accordingly.
Oh.
So tell your friend it's not too late.
Yeah.
I'll let her know there's still
Yeah.
hope.
Plus the reviews are pretty helpful, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
posting reviews is really helpful too, and we learn, like, maybe some people like skincare better, some people want
Yeah.
color cosmetics, some people want hair care, some people don't like fragrance. Like, it just depends. But we really pride ourselves on making sure that we personalize the experience from the content we deliver to you to the products we deliver to you.
Yeah, and the bags are pretty good keeps.
The bags are
as
fun
well.
too. Yeah, I get a lot of use out of them also.
Yeah, I have multiple uses
The
for all the
the
bags.
gym bag and my work bag, you can use them for pens, cables, anything.
Where do you see Ipsy going from here?
Yeah, so Ipsy, like I mentioned earlier, is always trying to be on kind of the bleeding edge of what's new, what's fresh, what's relevant in beauty. So one thing that we've done in recent years is really help complete the circle. So you get the glam bag. It's an opportunity to sample product. We have all these robust followings on social media, which is an opportunity to share. And we're really trying to close the circle with shop. So here you've tried a new product, you've learned about a new product, and we try to enable beauty lovers to be able to purchase the product. So one new thing we've done is called Ipsy Shopper, which allows our community to get cash back when they buy the beauty things they love. And it's a really great opportunity, and we have like over 20,000 SKUs, so pretty much anything you could be looking for can be found on Ipsy Shopper. So that's really exciting. And another thing too is when people think about Ipsy, often like, oh, you're that company, you do the really cool subscription service and the bags, but don't often really think about us as a media company. And we are actually producing over 200 videos a month and creating some of the best content that can be found across social media platforms. So we've really, here in Ipsy Studios, where we are today, are really focusing on creating amazing content that helps inform, educate, and entertain.
Okay, and so those videos, is there a certain like YouTube channel for Ipsy Open Studios specifically, or where do we find that?
So our content, Ipsy's content, can be basically found on any channel, any platform. So we are on YouTube, and YouTube we tend to focus on longer format content, or maybe lean back, where you can sit back and follow along with the tutorial. And then on Instagram, we're creating tons of content daily through our feed, through stories, where there's obviously shorter content that can give you quick tips and tricks, or simply entertain you with the latest trends. And that's one thing about Ipsy, because we have such a robust community. We have over 20 million people in our community. We have over 3 million subscribers to the Glam Bag. We are getting feedback every day. We're talking to literally millions of people that we can really stay ahead of trends as they're coming out. And that's where Ipsy's really become the place, whether it's Instagram, Snap, Facebook, YouTube, to really learn about the latest beauty trends.
So what is the most recent trend that your team has been putting a lot of effort into getting out into the public right now?
That's a good question. I mean,
I know you're the guy.
yeah, I mean, can't you tell? I mean, you can just look at me and see, like, I am literally the poster child for.
I know you tried, like,
this
the
is
most
my,
recent
yeah, this
bronzer.
is, well,
but,
definitely in the no makeup look. And my contouring is really good. So, no, but we're, you know, whatever it might be, you know, there's not just one. I mean, I think that, I think if you went and visited us on our Instagram or Instagram channel, YouTube, and you'll see that, and Facebook, we're doing quite a bit of live content. Yeah, that you'll see, I mean, literally as it comes out, we're, you know, I think, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out if the voice is saying Yanni or Laurel.
You know what?
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about,
No.
but I've decided, because I get too invested in those, I've decided not to even, like, entertain this one.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, normally I'd be there with you.
Right, okay.
But I can't this time.
Right.
There was a shoe that was, like, either turquoise or pink,
Yeah.
and then there was that dress.
That dress.
I'm
That dress got me.
Yeah.
I saw both.
I think that might be my next Ipsy. My next Ipsy project is to come up with my own of like figuring out. Yeah.
We can say, is it red or is it yellow?
Is it contouring? Is it strobing? You know, what is it?
What is it?
All right. Well, thank you.
On that note,
On that note,
I mean, Ipsy is about having fun at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
it
Like,
is.
it's beauty, and that's why when often people ask me, like, you know, you're a guy, you're in beauty, like,
Yeah,
you know,
so what?
but I love it. I mean, I watch the way it impacts people's lives and how much joy people get out of beauty. And I think one of our influencers once said, the great thing about beauty is, like, if you don't like it, you wash your face and start over.
do something else.
But it's really great to provide our community with a vehicle for self-expression, and it's great to see how much pleasure people get from their Glam Bag arriving in their mailbox each month. So.
It's a lot of fun. You know, and one thing I have to say, for you being like an executive, you know, or being a founding partner, somebody that's high up, you're really laid back and very, very nice.
Oh, thank you.
So, you know, like just working in the corporate world before is just extremely different and shows me like not all industries have those people, you know, like you're just.
Thank you. I think that's part of what I'm kind of a good representation of Ipsy is that we work really hard. I think it's a really good group of smart people, but we have fun. And like I said, I mean, if you're not having fun, why do it? So, and we also are very inclusive, and we believe in really making it a community and helping others. So thank you for recognizing that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so different now, like switching my career from like the corporate world to a freelancing career to meet people like you. It's just like, wow, you know, like not everybody is just
Exactly.
stuck on themselves, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you want everybody to succeed, and it's
I
amazing.
mean,
Thank you.
I come from, I guess, well, I'm on camera, but the banking industry. So, like, you're very laid back. You have a
Right.
really good aura about you.
Thank
and we
you.
appreciate you taking the time out
Well,
to
I
talk to us today.
appreciate you ladies having me on. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully the audience has learned something.
So, Corey, how does anyone get started with Ipsy?
So what's the great thing about Ipsy is whether you're a beauty lover, a novice, a hardcore beauty lover, whether you're a brand, whether you're an influencer, we have something to offer for everybody. And one place for people to start is obviously at the website, which is ipsy.com, and they can sign up for the glam bag there, or they can visit us on any of our social channels, which generally just search Ipsy. So Ipsy on Instagram, Ipsy on Facebook, Ipsy on Snapchat, and on YouTube, we're ipsy.com.
All right, perfect.
So pick the channel of your choice. We're there for you, and I say that sincerely. We're a company about giving back and helping others.
Great. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being on our show today, and we really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Hi, my name's Corey Weiss, and thank you for checking me out here on T&E Magazine.
Thanks for watching our interview today with Corey Weiss, and thank you, Corey, for coming out today. If you want to go ahead and see the behind the scenes on this interview, you can go ahead and find us on Instagram at TNEMagStyle. Now, also to subscribe, go ahead and find us at tnemagazine.com and use promo code BBU to get 30% off.
Thank you for watching.